Beneath Antarctica's frozen surface lies an ocean shaped by ice and light. What appears empty is already carrying the ingredients of an entire ecosystem. Here, microscopic algae turn the weak polar light into the first usable energy. Where light reaches the ice, the Southern Ocean quietly begins to produce life. Antarctic krill are small, but their ecological influence reaches across this entire ocean. Their strength is not in size, but in the abundance these cold waters can support. Each individual gathers microscopic food that began with sunlight trapped beneath the ice. As food gathers beneath the ice, krill gather with it. Krill move between ice and open water, carrying energy beyond the frozen surface. A swarm is never truly still. Its shape changes with food, current, and light. Even a distant shadow can reshape the living cloud beneath the ice. From this small, drifting community, energy begins its journey through larger lives. Here, ice, algae, plankton, and krill are connected by a continuous transfer of energy. But krill are only the beginning. Their energy is about to enter a larger world. Now another link appears. Antarctic silverfish, carrying energy farther through the food web. Silverfish transform tiny, drifting prey into food that larger hunters can eventually use. These fish move between layers, linking the productive ice above with deeper water below. Their reflective bodies vanish easily in blue water, where visibility offers both opportunity and risk. Schooling offers no guarantee of safety, but it changes how danger must approach. With the danger gone, the school continues into water, where daylight begins to fade. From krill to fish, the foundation is complete. Larger lives can now follow. Beneath the ice, a small fish carries the energy of an entire ocean toward larger lives. survival often depends not on distance, but on knowing when to move deeper. Even a distant shadow can reshape the decisions of 1,000 small lives. Between the ice and the depths, these fish become a living bridge through the Southern Ocean. Their strength is not size, but the ability to follow a changing ocean without wasting energy. As the silverfish descend, the energy bore beneath the ice enters a darker and more demanding world. In the frozen depths, survival belongs to those that understand patience better than speed. This is a hunter shaped by an environment where every movement must be carefully measured. The frozen ocean rewards efficiency, and this predator has mastered the art of conserving every breath. In this world of limited energy, the most successful predators are those that know when not to move. Even the largest hunters here depend on a fragile network of smaller lives beneath the ice. In the coldest waters on Earth, patience itself becomes a powerful survival strategy. A predator of the Antarctic depths does not conquer its world with speed, but with endurance. From the frozen seabed to the endless depths, the Southern Ocean continues to reveal specialists shaped by extremes. Beyond the frozen shelves lies another world, where survival takes a different form. Here, the landscape itself becomes part of the strategy for survival. The farther south and deeper we travel, the more specialized life becomes. In these remote waters, every movement has a purpose, and every journey requires endurance. Ancient landscapes beneath the waves provide refuge for creatures built to survive the cold. The Southern Ocean is not one kingdom, but but many worlds connected by cold, moving water. Across these frozen waters, every species carries its own answer to the challenge of survival. In the frozen south, life does not simply endure the cold, conjured, it transforms because of it. Among the frozen waters of Antarctica, some fish have evolved in ways unlike any others on Earth. In this frozen realm, survival is written into every detail of the body. The Southern Ocean is filled with specialists, each one shaped by a world of extremes. For many Antarctic fish, the safest place is not open water, but the frozen landscape itself. Beneath the ice, even quiet corners contain entire communities built for survival. Different bodies, different strategies, but one shared challenge: surviving the coldest ocean on Earth. From the smallest silverfish to the specialized hunters of the deep, every creature is connected beneath Antarctica's frozen surface. Beyond the frozen ceiling, sunlight begins a slow surrender to the depths. With every meter, the world above becomes more distant, yet life continues beneath it. Here, Antarctic lanternfish begin one of the ocean's most important hidden journeys. Their movement is not random. It is part of a vast exchange between shallow water and the deep. Small bodies can carry enormous ecological importance when millions repeat the same ancient cycle. By moving between depths, these fish carry energy far beyond the reach of sunlight. What begins near the surface can be transported hundreds of meters into the ocean's interior. Eventually, even the migrating schools dissolve into the darkness below. The boundary between day and darkness is not a line, but an immense living corridor. Below the migrating lanternfish, another community survives between the last light and true darkness. Antarctic deep-sea smelt occupy a world where distance, darkness, and scarcity shape every movement. In this enormous space, survival often depends on conserving more energy than is spent. Food arrives slowly here, carried downward from productive waters far above. Even the smallest fragment sinking from above can become part of the deep ocean food web. In dim water, danger may be recognized only as a shape moving through the distance. Currents connect these isolated lives to a much larger, moving ocean. At this depth, daylight is becoming memory rather than illumination. The descent of matter and the movement of animals together bind the upper ocean to the depths. And below this drifting world, the open water finally begins to meet the deep terrain. Near the seafloor, a different strategy takes over: patience. Built for cold water and low energy demands, it can wait where movement itself has a cost. For a hunter here, success does not always come from speed. Stillness can be as important as movement when every opportunity is unpredictable. The deeper ocean rewards those able to wait. In darkness, restraint may preserve more life than pursuit. Now the final traces of the upper ocean are disappearing. Beyond this boundary, darkness becomes permanent, and the hunters of the deep begin to rule. In the coldest waters on Earth, survival belongs to those who understand patience. This predator does not waste energy chasing the impossible. It waits for the right moment. Every movement in this frozen world has a purpose, because energy is precious. Hidden among these ancient formations, a patient hunter becomes almost invisible. Strength in the deep is often expressed through stillness. In the abyss, patience can be more powerful than speed. The deep ocean rewards those that conserve their strength and wait. Below the fading light, life continues through patience, adaptation, and silence. In this frozen ocean, survival is written in the rhythm of slow and careful decisions. A predator does not always need speed. Sometimes it only needs time. The deep sea is a place where every movement must be worth the energy it costs. For millions of years, these waters have shaped hunters, built for endurance rather than speed. The greatest hunters of the deep often remain unseen, waiting within the landscape itself. Beyond the familiar waters lies a world where adaptation becomes the only advantage. As sunlight fades, another world begins beneath the ice. The deeper we travel, the more secrets the Southern Ocean reveals. Far below the frozen surface exists a world where some creatures remain almost completely unknown. In darkness, where vision becomes precious, the largest eyes in the ocean become essential tools for survival. The deep does not reward aggression, it rewards adaptation. Even in the deepest waters, life continues through invisible connections. Every feature of this creature reflects millions of years spent in a hidden world. For centuries, this animal existed more in imagination than in observation. In the abyss, stillness itself can become a strategy. In the abyss, the whale does not see the world. It listens to it. Far below the frozen surface lives one of the ocean's most mysterious giants, shaped by pressure, darkness, and time. In a world without sunlight, even the smallest trace of movement can become valuable information. Unlike the hunters of the surface world, this creature survives through efficiency and restraint. The deep ocean does not create creatures of speed. It creates creatures of endurance. Every part of this creature reflects a life spent beyond the reach of ordinary eyes. Here, survival is not a battle of strength, but a balance with the environment itself. deeper the journey, the fewer witnesses remain to record these hidden lives. Among the giants of the ocean, one creature has mastered the journey into the darkness below. The abyss is not a place it fears. It is a world it has learned to enter. When light disappears, sound becomes the language of survival. With every meter downward, the whale leaves behind a world of sunlight and enters one of mystery.
This giant carries the ability to explore a realm beyond the reach of most creatures.
The deeper it travels, the more important the invisible world of sound becomes. In the abyss, the whale does not see the world. It listens to it. Beyond this boundary lies a hidden world where giants and mysteries meet in the endless deep. Far beneath the frozen surface, another world begins where almost no light can reach. The abyss survives on fragments of energy falling slowly from the distant world above. Here, survival belongs not to giants, but to lives adapted to patience and scarcity. At first, the seabed appears empty, until the smallest movements reveal how crowded it truly is. Even a trail in the sediment records a quiet search for the next fragment of food. Across this immense plain, countless small creatures process what the upper ocean leaves behind. In a place where food is rare, nothing that reaches the bottom is easily wasted. Their bodies are small, but their work connects the abyss to the entire ocean above. The seabed carries the signatures of lives that rarely enter the world of sunlight. Every movement reshapes the sediment and returns buried nutrients to the surrounding ecosystem. Life here survives through efficiency, using resources too small for larger animals to notice. From a distance, they disappear, yet together, these small lives help sustain the deep sea. Beyond the open plain, the seabed begins to rise into a far more complex community. These are forests without trees, built by animals that may endure for extraordinary lengths of time. On a nearly featureless seabed, every sponge creates new shelter, surface, and opportunity for life. Around these living structures, smaller animals find places to feed, hide, and survive. The forest slows the water and creates countless small spaces where organic material can collect. Sponges survive by filtering the water itself, extracting nourishment from an environment of extreme scarcity. What appears motionless from afar is surrounded by a constant exchange of life and energy. Across the slope, these ancient communities transform bare ground into one of Antarctica's richest benthic habitats. Each passage through this forest reveals how much architecture living organisms can create in the deep. The forest is not continuous, but a mosaic of habitats shaped by currents, sediment, and time. Even here, the smallest scavengers remain essential partners in the recycling of deep-sea energy. The abyss depends on a slow rain of energy that may have begun its journey far above. Together, scavengers, filter feeders, and sediment dwellers form the quiet machinery of the abyss. Energy moves slowly here, passing from drifting particles into bodies, sediment, and living structures. Different habitats meet across the seabed, but the same limited energy connects them all. Scale changes our perception, but importance in the abyss is never determined by size alone. Across thousands of quiet movements, the abyss continuously transforms decay into new biological energy. What seemed like separate communities now reveal themselves as parts of a single deep-sea system. The seabed fades beneath us, but the hidden processes below continue without interruption. Ahead, the ocean floor begins to rise, creating new structures in the darkness. From the quiet abyss, we now approach mountains hidden beneath thousands of meters of ocean. Far below the frozen surface, the abyss continues its quiet cycle of receiving, transforming, and returning energy. Every fragment reaching the seabed becomes part of a larger story of survival in the darkness. The smallest creatures of the abyss perform work that keeps the entire ecosystem functioning. The abyss is not a place of emptiness. It is a carefully balanced network of countless small interactions. Life gathers wherever the ocean creates opportunity, even in the coldest and darkest environments on Earth. The deep ocean is linked to every layer above it through a slow movement of energy and matter. Leaving the seabed behind, we rise toward another hidden landscape, waiting in the darkness. Beyond the quiet plains of the abyss, mountains hidden beneath the ocean await a new chapter of discovery. Far below the surface, the ocean floor rises into mountains hidden from every human horizon. These hidden peaks reshape a world that appears almost endless from above. Far below the surface, the ocean floor rises into mountains hidden from every human horizon. Far below the surface, the ocean floor rises into mountains hidden from every human horizon. Food drifting through the ocean can become concentrated wherever the mountain interrupts the current. Far below the surface, the ocean floor rises into mountains hidden from every human horizon. The shape of the seabed controls not only water, but the distribution of life itself. Where moving water carries nourishment upward, the empty deep begins to gather living communities. The mountain provides something the soft abyssal floor cannot: stability, shelter, and moving water. Gradually, bare volcanic stone becomes architecture for an ecosystem built in darkness and cold. A difference of only a few meters can separate exposed stone from a crowded refuge. For animals conserving every meter of energy, these sheltered spaces become valuable territory. Unlike drifting animals, these ancient organisms depend on the mountain bringing the ocean directly to them. Every ridge, cavity, and overhang creates another solution to the challenge of survival. Some animals filter food from moving water, while others search the particles that settle below. Even mobile animals use the mountain carefully, spending energy only when movement provides an advantage. Life here is scattered, yet the seamount brings these isolated worlds closer together. On the deep seafloor, survival is often built from movements too small to notice from afar. Different feeding strategies occupy the same mountain, each using another part of its structure. This oasis is not evenly distributed. Life follows the hidden pathways of water and shelter. Within this single slope, the deep ocean divides into many smaller worlds. The mountain does not create food, but it changes where the ocean delivers it. For a deep-sea fish, choosing the right side of a rock can conserve precious energy. Together, these quiet lives transform a barren-looking mountain into a functioning community. Beyond the mountain lies a vast ocean, but here the scattered deep has found a place to gather. Out of the darkness comes a predator whose greatest advantage is not speed, but endurance. And in these frozen depths, every movement is measured against the cost of wasted energy.
Even a large predator becomes small beside the geological structures that shape its world.
But far below the surface, the ocean floor rises into mountains, hidden from every human horizon. Cold water favors patience, and this hunter has evolved for a life measured in slow decisions. It follows the mountain's contours, using the same hidden geography that concentrates every smaller inhabitant. The predator is only one part of a community built around this submerged mountain. Beyond the richer slopes, the mountain descends again toward colder and less familiar darkness. Far below the surface, the ocean floor rises into mountains, hidden from every human horizon. Far below the surface, the ocean floor rises into mountains, hidden from every human horizon. Nothing here requires spectacle. Survival depends on persistence, efficiency, and an extraordinary tolerance for cold. Eventually, even the mountain releases its travelers back into the enormous darkness of the Southern Ocean. Here, ancient predators can disappear within seconds, swallowed by a world far larger than themselves. Beyond these hidden mountains lies open water, where the next giants follow pathways written across an entire ocean. Along the restless edge of Antarctic ice, a smaller giant follows pathways shaped by cold water and changing seasons. For this whale, the boundary between ice and open water is not a barrier, but a familiar road through the polar sea. Its compact form allows it to move through a world where open water can narrow beneath shifting fields of ice. Here, invisible currents gather the nourishment that draws life across enormous distances. Survival here rarely depends on spectacle. It depends on reading the ocean, conserving energy, and moving with opportunity. Against the scale of this ocean, even a whale can seem almost weightless, carried through a world measured in horizons. Beyond the ice edge, the Southern Ocean opens without walls, and the journey of its giants continues into deeper blue. Farther from the ice, another traveler enters the story, built for distances that span the Southern Ocean. Length becomes almost difficult to judge when a body this large is surrounded by water with no visible boundary. Its journey follows moving fields of food, carried and concentrated by currents circling the Antarctic continent. The ocean offers no roads, yet generations of whales cross it along routes written in temperature, currents, and food. These journeys unfold without landmarks, across a moving world where every breath briefly connects ocean and atmosphere. Elegance at this scale comes from efficiency, each measured movement carrying immense mass through the sea. The farther it travels, the more the animal becomes part of the landscape itself, a moving line within an ocean without edges. And beyond this traveler lies an even greater presence, a scale of life the ocean alone can hold. Hidden within these endless waters is a creature that represents the greatest scale life has ever achieved. At this size, every movement becomes a quiet expression of power and efficiency. The largest animal ever known does not dominate the ocean through aggression, but through harmony with its environment. The story of this giant begins with the smallest forms of life drifting through Antarctic waters. Every part of this animal reflects millions of years of adaptation to a world ruled by water. In an ocean without borders, this giant moves like a living continent beneath the waves. Its immense size is not a burden, but a perfect design for life in the open ocean. For a moment, the hidden giant connects two worlds, the ocean below and the atmosphere above. The greatest giants of the sea are sustained by countless invisible lives beneath the surface. Even the largest creatures on Earth move with a quiet elegance shaped by the rhythm of the sea. In the frozen waters of the South, the ocean still carries one of nature's greatest miracles. The giants of the Southern Ocean are not separated from the deep world below. They are part of the same endless living system. Among the giants of the Southern Ocean, some are built not for the surface, but for the hidden world far below. Its enormous body carries the strength needed to travel through one of Earth's most demanding oceans. Beneath the surface, this giant reveals another identity, a master of the deep. Few mammals can enter the darkness of the ocean with such confidence and endurance. In the deep ocean, survival belongs to those that can endure silence, darkness, and distance. Every dive is a journey between two worlds, Akshar, the frozen coast above, and the hidden ocean below. After traveling through the hidden depths, the diver returns once again to the changing world of ice and light. From the smallest organisms beneath the ice to the greatest giants of the sea, every life in this ocean remains connected. Beneath the ice, the smallest lives still carry the weight of an ocean. Here, frozen light becomes food, and food becomes movement. Energy begins its journey by leaving the shelter of the ice. The smallest drifting lives now become energy for those that swim. Between ice and darkness, entire food webs travel through the water column. Cold has shaped every body here, turning survival into specialization. Higher in the web, larger hunters depend on everything that came before them. What begins near the ice reaches predators far below. In darkness, the same energy continues its long descent. Even the deep hunters are tied to the life that begins near the surface.
Different worlds are joined by the movement of food through depth.
One ocean, many layers, one continuous exchange of life. The Southern Ocean is never still, even when its surface appears calm. Currents carry nutrients, animals, and energy across distances no creature could cross alone. Not all energy is carried by swimmers. Some simply falls. From the upper ocean, a constant rain feeds worlds that never see the sun. Even the abyss depends on what happens far above. Predator and prey share more than space. They share the same moving ocean. Life is separated by depth, but never truly divided. Even hidden mountains redirect the currents that sustain life. Currents connect distant habitats through a constant exchange of matter. The ocean's movement binds surface, depth, and ice into one system. At the far end of this food web moves the largest animal on Earth. The greatest bodies in the ocean are sustained by some of its smallest. tiny lives gather. A giant passes above. The connection is complete. From the smallest drifter to the greatest giant, the Southern Ocean survives through connection. Across every depth, every creature carries a part of the same endless story. The journey that began beneath the ice continues through every layer of the sea.
The ocean connects what the eye cannot see.
The largest creatures on Earth are shaped by the smallest lives beneath them. For millions of years, this ocean has carried life through silence and change. From the smallest life beneath the ice to the largest creatures on Earth, every heartbeat belongs to the same ocean.